Hello and welcome to this unboxing of Flames of War Late War German Unit cards. You can see it's a fairly thick box, and on the back it gives you a selection of German vehicles, German infantry, and German units. And again, this is, as they say, contains 68 unit cards with all the statistics and rules you need to bring your armies into Flames of War version 4. Of course, the thought that went through my head was, why in the world can't we use these cards just at least for the stats for version 3 using the version 3 books if you have them, like a number of us do. So as you can see here, this is pretty packed. Okay, sealed in there. So, and compared to the Team Yankee unit cards, these edges here are rounded. Compared to the square edges of the Team Yankee cards. So that's definitely a way you can tell them apart. Alright. Okay, so what do we have here? So what we have here, let's flip this over. So we have a German force organization card, and it gives you the possibles here, possible company formations you want, and then on the back it will give you the formation support and how many you can take. So for here you could take a Tiger company, a Panzer IV company, Stug company. You can also take a Panther company, a Panzer Grenadier company, or a Grenadier company. This is not including things like Fallschirmjäger or Luftwaffe field troops. This is really meant for those people who are just starting out in Flames of War, or for veterans who they don't really want to bother doing the calculations and all that. But I still think with the rules here, like you get, for example, you get a Tiger, you know, with the HQ, and here's the Tiger, you know, the card. So there's a lot of things that are the same. It gives you the stats for the weapons, the armor. But what's really nice about these cards is they also tell you what your motivation is and your skill. However, the thing is about these skills, they also take into account the special rules. In 3rd edition, you had a number of nationality-specific special rules that would apply to certain units. Now, it's all on the card. So in theory, you don't even need to use the book in order to work with this. Now, when you look on the back, it gives you the point values of the cards, and also the point value of the unit and how many models that you can have in there. It also talks about whatever special rules that there need to be in there, like they talk about the Stormtrooper special rule, which of course you would have that also here on the front of the card. So we have here a Tiger HQ, a Tiger, okay. So again, they're doing this perhaps maybe for individual Tiger models, maybe that's what's going on here. But you also have the Königstiger, the famous King Tiger. Okay, that's a nice one to have, but oh man, that's costly. 4 of them are like 1,380 points. Ow! Here's a Panther for all you Panther fans out there. And we have 1, 2, 3 of those. So I think perhaps maybe if you were having a company and you could have up to 3 platoons, maybe that's it. You have a card for each platoon, which I think that's superfluous. I think it's just a little bit extra in there. I think if you have, whether you have a Panther company or you have a Panther platoon, you know, one card is going to do the job. Now, if you have a Panther company, you do need the HQ card as well, and it's kind of handy to look and refer to. So here's our Stug, is our Stug HQ, and then 1, 2, 3. Again, they got the bazooka skirts and the stormtroopers. Bazooka skirts, that'd be a nice term perhaps for the new people who are new to Flames of War, but the rest of us, you know, we like the Scherzen title because that's what it originally was. It was the Scherzen. The Germans came up with that as a way to prematurely detonate the bazooka round. And that's why, hence, they talk about the bazooka skirts. Panzer IV, that has been a very loyal tank. It's been there throughout the entire war. There's your HQ. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, okay. But they're fairly common. Now here you got your armored AA platoon. Okay, and you get 2 of those. Panzer Grenadier Company HQ, yes. Okay, so again, it's not for SS. This is not taking into account SS units. This is looking at the here. Okay, and again, 2 more platoons for the Panzer Grenadier. Here's another one. Okay, then we have our transport, our famous half-tracks. Ubiquitous for the Germans. Okay, and again, in the back, they have the special rules. They give you the points necessary. Now, this transport is an attachment for the Panzer Grenadier Company or the Panzer Grenadier, the Company HQ or the Panzer Grenadier Platoon or the Armored HMG Platoon or the 7.5 Pack 40 Armored Anti-Tank Platoon. Yes. Whew. Okay, so Armored HMG Platoon. Here you go for the 8-centimeter Armored Mortar. Okay, the 7.5 centimeter armored cannon, and here it acts as a tow vehicle for the 7.5 centimeter. Come on, we know it as the 75 millimeter gun, quite respectable. And then here we have got an AA platoon, the 20 millimeter, otherwise known as the 2 centimeter armored flamethrower. Okay, and if you kind of notice that these they only have like 1 of those cards. Again, that's because they're not there that often. Here we have a Grenadier Company HQ. Okay, good. It does give you options on the back as well as the infantry formation. Okay, Grenadier Platoon, Grenadier Platoon, Grenadier Platoon, HMG Platoon. Again, 8-centimeter Mortar Platoon. Infantry Gun Platoon for the 7.5 centimeter, the 115 centimeter Infantry Gun Platoon. Here we go, our AT gun, the 75 millimeter. Sorry, I know that as millimeter as opposed to 7.5 centimeter. Okay, you got a Scout Platoon. So everything that is in the armies of late war books, they are in these cards. In theory, you don't even need to buy the armies of late war books unless you want to get a little bit more of a background. But if you're a Flames of War veteran like I am, I still got the book because, I thought it'd be cool and everything. But I'm finding that these unit cards are helpful because of all the extra rules that they've got in there, the special rules. So it's a great way to remind you as far as what their capability is. The Jagd Panther, Jagd meaning hunting, Jagd Tiger. Okay, another 7.5, couple of more 7.5 centimeter, 75 millimeter. Yeah, 88, that's right, the Pack 43 delivers a lot of pain with an anti-tank of ouch. Yes, ouch. Here we go, Martyr 3M, woohoo. The Hetzer, okay. Here is the 88 Flak 36 in a anti-aircraft setting. Okay, and you get two of those cards. And then we have armored cars. Okay, they are different kinds of armored cars that the Germans had, and they tried to use them. You could use the 2 centimeter armament, 7.5 centimeter armament, or the Pack 40, or just simply the MG. So those are all very, very, again, very useful. There is the Puma. It's funny they make a big deal about the Puma armored car. A lot of games actually do. I kind of find it funny because the Puma, there weren't that many made. But for some reason they have captured the hearts of tabletop commanders everywhere. The 105 millimeter battery, or the 10.5 centimeter battery, okay. Here's another card. Ah, yes, the ubiquitous WESP, which in English translation is WASP. Okay, nice one to have. Armored artillery, that's pretty much it. And you got another card for that. So, man, you can like 3 or up to 6 of those bad boys. Then we have the Hummel, which is basically, think of it like I think it was the bumblebee or the hummingbird. I can't quite remember. But anyways, this one's got the 150 millimeter gun mounted on it with a range of 80 inches. Yeah, that's just nasty. Rocket launchers, the Nebelwerfers. It werfs Nebels. Ha! Okay, I'm joking. Nebelwerfer actually means fog thrower. And certainly these guys were devastating. The Russians were first exposed to them, and the Germans did use them throughout the war. There were different sizes of the Nebelwerfers there in terms of the size of the rockets. Pretty devastating against infantry. Okay, Panzer III OP. OP not standing for overpowered, but observation post. So these are the observer tank. And then, of course, air cover. Nothing like Stukas. Okay, the nice dive bomber. Again, this is a dive bomber flight. This is a tank hunter flight. So again, you get the same kind of information pretty much, except bombing versus a 37 millimeter cannon mounted under the wings. And again, it's, you know, they both cost the same. So with that, and last but not least, we have ourselves an infantry observer. So again, you need that when you're taking an artillery unit of some sort, whether it's a rocket launcher or artillery battery or armored artillery. It doesn't matter. You still need it. You need to get your hands on one of these. That is certainly a change from 3rd to 4th edition for Flames of War, where now you only get one observer. No matter how many batteries you have one observer. So that kind of changes things a little bit on that. I remember playing games where I'd have several observers from different units, and that just got to be a little messy. It just did. But anyways, so that's it for looking at the German unit cards, and I hope that this will benefit you guys as you go on in your Flames of War quest. Again, if you are a new player and you're interested in the late war, great way to go. These cards, they go right through. They include the special rules, so you don't really have to look those up. They're on the backs of the cards, which is a nice thing. The point value, how many you can have. Again, yes, you are limited to the 6 formations. But still, you can do an awful lot with 6 formations. You know, it also depends on how you play Flames of War. Are you a tournament player? Are you a casual gamer? Do you play scenarios? You know, it really depends on you. All in all, I think this is definitely a worthwhile investment. Hey, I hope this benefited you. Goodbye, take care, and God bless.